Anger is a normal human emotion. We are all entitled to get angry. In fact, anger is a good thing if we use it well. However, if your anger is interfering with your life, if your anger is causing you to lose relationships, if your anger is uncontrollable, if you find yourself losing your temper, going from a 0 to 100 very quickly, if you have a lot of rage, then there's something else going on. And you need to look at it, because anger, if it's not managed, can be destructive. So why are you angry? Where is your rage coming from? Let's look at some of the common places where anger comes from. Number one is unhealed trauma. If you've had a traumatic experience as a child and that hasn't been dealt with, let's say, for example, bullying, abuse, neglect, for example, if these things were never dealt with, i.e., you've never, looked at that, you've not had therapy, you've not had any kind of counseling, nothing's been done, you've just suppressed or pretended that it didn't happen, this anger may be a manifestation of the trauma that you haven't healed. The thing is, if you don't heal or start healing your traumas, they will show up in your behavior in a different way. So maybe the first question will be to ask yourself, is there anything in my past, as a child perhaps, that was difficult, that I haven't dealt with? The second place where anger might be coming from is stress. When people are stressed, they're more likely to lose their temper, because when we're trying to juggle so many things and everything is going on at the same time, and we don't have good stress management techniques, that is what is going to happen, is that at some point we're going to lose our temper, we're going to be enraged because life is just too much. This is why understanding how to manage stress, how to have your boundaries, how to limit your exposure to stress where possible is really important. The other place anger might be coming from is resentment. When we have a situation or person in our life that is making us resentful and we don't deal with that, we don't talk to the person, we suppress our emotions, then what is happening is at some point the emotions that we're bottling up is going to come out. And usually what happens is it will come out at the slightest provocation from somebody else. So again, if you're resentful of a situation, if somebody in your life or something in your life is causing you to feel resentful, instead of avoiding it, you need to deal with it. The other place that anger can come from, or the other place where we learn anger or, bad ways of expressing anger, is from our parents or our caregivers. If you grew up around people who didn't know how to use, to express their anger well, who lashed out at anybody or anyone, if that was your norm, then you may have learned this is how anger is expressed, which of course it's not, but this is what you've learned, and that is what you are now doing.